What's up, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. And as I mentioned last week, we was gonna talk the results of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, and we got some good news, y'all. The Florida Panthers has retrieved and have finished their redemption story and are the new Stanley Cup champions. That's right, y'all. Woo-hoo-hoo! Man, what a road it was. But we finally did it, y'all. And now we celebrating, we partying, and Sunday morning we're gonna have that parade and that celebration. Man, as I told y'all before, uh, if y'all follow me on Instagram, and I posted a story saying I have seen the Miami Heat celebration 3 times, of course. I have seen a Marlins celebration when they came to my elementary school. I have seen a Miami Hurricanes celebration for football. I have seen I don't think I ever seen the baseball one, but I don't know if I did. Did I? I don't know, but still, I've seen the Hurricanes, and now I get to witness a Florida Panthers hockey team, a Florida hockey team championship Stanley Cup celebration. I don't know when we're going to get a Dolphin celebration for me to witness, but hey, only time will tell. Okay? So, but hey, we get to celebrate and bask in the glory. Hallelujah. So, but with that out of the way, y'all, let's get into our mainstream news. So, first thing we're gonna talk about is 23 Jump Street. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill still wants to make it, and this is coming from Channing Tatum himself saying, "There is a project that was written, and it's still the best script that I ever read for the third movie. It's just a lot of barricade, kind of above the line stuff. It's really hard to get it made, but we have been trying to get it done. You know what? I'm going to put some good juju out there. And I'm going to say that I would love to see 23 Jump Street. I would love to do it with Jonah. And Jonah, I know, wants to do it. I would love to just to get to go play it again. Hey, we need it. Hey, I would love to see Ice Cube return back at Captain Dixon for that him yelling at Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Shoot, hey, bring that back. We need it. Moving on. Shrek 5 is coming in 2025, as Eddie Murphy confirmed the production has started. So, coming from comicbook.com saying, Eddie Murphy said, I started recording some lines for Shrek. I think it's coming out in 2025. And we're also doing a Donkey spinoff one next as well. That's where Eddie Murphy said while currently promoting his new Netflix film Beverly Hills Cop SOF. So that's not the only projects that Eddie Murphy has mentioned. So some of the projects he also mentioned, but not mentioned here in the story is that they are in talks of doing a Beverly Hills Cop 5 as well, and he also got a project on the side that he wants to do with Martin Lawrence. So that will be like a reunion for what they did in the 1999 movie Life, if I remember that movie. So basically, he wants to remake a classic movie called "It's a Mad Mad World" with Martin Lawrence, and then also get like other comedians that have been funny and then making us laugh for the past 30 years. So kind of similar to what he did with Harlem Nights. So those are the projects that Eddie Murphy has lined up and soon coming. So hey, I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for Beverly Hills Cop, and I'm also excited for Shrek. And so we'll have to see what's going to happen in the future. Moving on. Guardian star Pam Kovadoff is in talks to join the DCU with James Gunn. So, in case y'all don't know who this actor is, she plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. So, these are the possible roles that she could play in DC. Number one, Huntress. Number two, Tabitha the Ragu. Number three, Artemis. Four, Cheetah. Or five, Catwoman. What do y'all think? Well, which role do you think she'll be good as, and if she was going to be in the DCU? So, let me know. Inside Out 2 become the highest grossing movie of 2024. So, let's look at the top 5 right now as far as biggest movie of 2024 of the box office. So, at number 5, you got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number 4, you got Kung Fu Panda 4. Number 3, Godzilla x Kong. Number 2, Doom Part 2. And also now at number 1 is Inside Out 2. So, based on the box office records that Inside Out 2 is having right now, I think this movie could be the first one to make a billion. So, in my eyes, in my books, this is a win not only for Disney and for Pixar, and I'm certainly guaranteed that that Deadpool Wolverine will also make a billion as well for Disney. So, and I think maybe Moana 2 can help make a billion for Disney too when that movie comes out in Thanksgiving, but we'll see how that goes from there. But let's continue on. So, also Inside 2 had the biggest opening weekend, but as well. So, Inside 2 was number 1, Doom Part 2 was number 2, and also Godzilla x Kong is number 3, as far as the biggest opening for in 2024. So, but Inside Out 2 made number 7 according to the biggest second weekend opening in movie history. So Inside Out 2 was number 7. The first Avengers was number 6. Jurassic World is number 5. Black Panther is number 4. Number 3 is Infinity War Avengers. And number 2 is Avengers Endgame. And number 1 was Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. So yeah, the Inside Out 2, like I said, Inside Out 2 is breaking records. So it's still going to be in theaters because they did mention that it's going to be in theater for 100 days. So I would say till August to expect a digital release by then. Moving on. How to fit Star Wars. And these are the 10 things they must do. So, this is definitely number 1. Number 1, fire Kathleen Kennedy. Get someone who can effectively choose the right directors, the right writers, and be on the same creative page with the creative team as well. So, that's your number 1. Number 2, prioritize theatrical releases. Star Wars was born to be on the big screen. That's their natural home. The bigger, the grander scale of storytelling has to be on its core and the main foundation. Now, we are not saying that it can only be shown on the big screen, but it should be its main home. But we need to start the building up Star Wars back to theaters and not just putting it out on Disney Plus as a series. No, it needs to be back in theaters. Now, how to move on in the new era. So, moving forward from the 50 and the 50,000 years, allow for a fresh new start without rebooting. It maintains its core lore in the universe. Obviously, one-shot story in the previous era could work, but should be used sparingly. Form creators room. Assemble a trust and seasonal and experienced creative room to act as if the activists are of the new universe. Appoint one key creative as the leader of this group. So let's say they get John Vatu, Timothy Sell, or Dennis Valver, whoever to do, to make the right decisions. Kind of like a Kevin Feige, maybe. Gather experienced and dramatic writers. Built from a dramatic core, built from a successor, adding adventures, fun, and opposites of building from Transformers and trying to add drama. Make adventure your North Star. The heart of the Star Wars is adventure. Movies like Hunt of the Red Lobster, Skyfall, Lord of the Rings, Interstellar, and that type of stuff. Get serious about your Disney Plus shows. Each episode should be at least a 1 hour long episode minimum. Make it like through 8 through 12 episodes length. Establish why of the show before the how. Establish that constant universal threat, a common driver threat that doesn't have to be in every story, but this prejudice is felt and always there. Built around your core characters like Luke, Han, and Leia. The idea of Rey, Pope, and Finn are the right idea. Like Tony and like Steve and Tony in the MCU, not always there, but they were the emotional arcs of the franchise. And lastly, make the Jedi essential to the universe. Jedi are the heart of the Star Wars mythology. Stop the thread of demonizing the Force. Restore notability to the Order. So those are your 10 things of how to fit Star Wars and make it better for the new universe. Now, we are going to be talking about Quiet Place Day One in our movie review. But can Quiet Place Day One make an entire budget back in its first weekend? So let's look at the past two Quiet Place movie and how they did in the first weekend of the box office. So the first Quiet Place budget was 17 million and it opened to 50 million. Quiet Place 2 had a budget of 58 million and opened to 47 million. Now, Quiet Place Day 1 had a budget of 67 million and is projected to open at 40 million through 50 million. Kind of the same like they did for Quiet Place 2, but we'll see how they goes, how they do it in the weekend. Now, going back to Inside Out 2, let's look at the current top box office animated films of all time. So, at number 7, you got Toy Story 4. Number 6 is Millions. Number 5 is Incredibles 2. Number 4 is Frozen. Number 3 is the Super Mario Brothers. Number 2 is Frozen 2. And sitting at number 1 is the 2019's live animated remake of The Lion King. So those are your top 7 box office animated films of all time. So, and that's all the mainstream news that we have y'all today. So, and yes, like I mentioned, we are going to be talking about Quiet Place Day 1 in our movie review. Now, this one is a prequel to the past 2 Quiet Place films. And no, it is not directed by John Krasinski. It's directed by someone else. It's directed by Michael Straczynski, who's best known for directing the Pig, or starring Nicolas Cage. But yeah, And this one stars Lupita Nyong'o as a terminally ill woman during the beginning stages of the invasion in New York by extraterrestrial creatures with an active sense of hearing. Joseph Quinn, Alison Wolfer, and Damien Houston, who was in the second one, reprised his role in there as supporting roles as well. So so yeah, like I said, this is a prequel to the first two films. But this one's setting in New York, so this is quite to tell you like how the events of part one and part two started, and how it came about, and how the world became quiet and stuff. So when watching this movie, this has a lot of similarities to I Am Legend, Dawn of the Dead. Like you see these creatures taking over New York City. Is like, well, New York City is like the busiest and noisiest city of all. But like when these creatures come, it's like, it was quiet. It's like in a post-apocalypse, that type of thing. So yeah, that's a lot of similarities I got from here, because like in the first two movies, like the locations, like you see them like in the farm area, like in the woods and all that stuff. But now in the prequel, you see them in the city, and you see how quiet like the city is after the invasion of these creatures. So let's talk about our two main characters. So, like we mentioned, Lupita Nyong'o's character is terminally ill, and during the beginning stages, but then she meet the this guy played by Joe Quinton. So he's like a foreign law school student. So when they first met, and this guy following Lupita's character, because like this was his first time in New York City. Like he didn't know like his way around, so that's why he was following her character like in this in her movie. But but the the chemistry that these two had was great, because like I say, in the first two movies, it was about the family and how they was able to survive throughout the course of the movie. And then, like I said, in now in Quiet Place Day One, you kind of see the chemistry between so Sam and Eric. So that was the character's name. Like they didn't know like who they are, and like Eric is following Sam because Sam knows her way around the city, and they get to know each other, and like the chemistry between the two was absolutely great. You felt the emotion like between the two, just like you felt the emotions between the family in the first two Quiet Place. So yeah, the depths definitely was a beautiful thing to see there. And let me just say this, man. Can we get can you give Lupita all the pizzas here for her performance? Like, just give her all the pizza that she wants, no matter what topping it could. It could be coming from Pizza Hut, Domino's, or give her all the New York style pizzas. Just give it all to her for the performance that she did. So, in case y'all, and you know what? As a matter of fact, call Ninja Turtles. Call freaking Ella DeGeneres. Yeah, when she came through with all the pizzas at the Oscars. Yeah, give her all the pizzas, man. Give them all. So, in case y'all wondering why I said the pizza reference, yeah, you will know if you watch the movie. Okay, so I'm not spoiling it too much. So, what else I would say? Oh, the cat in this movie, in case y'all know the cat that was shown in the trailers. Oh my goodness, this cat, he reminds me of the freaking the dog in I Am Legend. Like, oh my goodness, like Lupita, you need to adopt this cat, like for real. I don't know what this cat name is in real life, but like, you need to adopt this cat because I saw the story of Will Smith wanted to adopt the dog from I Am Legend, and like, Lapia, you need to adopt this cat right now. So, man, like the cat did a good job as well. So, yeah, so like everything was good in this movie. This was a solid entry to the Quiet Place trilogy. So one of my top favorite horror trilogies. So this was a great and emotional, wholesome, good horror movie. But I will say this, even though I like the ending, but I wish it could have been gone differently for the way they went with it. So that's my only negative I would say about the movie. But other than that, I'm gonna give Quiet Place the day one um an A. So yeah, this is really great, and I do believe this is a movie that you will add to your collection at home. So, but but with that being said, y'all, that's all I have for you guys today, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. If you're watching me on YouTube, and of course, if you're listening to me on Spotify, YouTube Music, uh, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, don't forget to follow me there as well. But and with that being said, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.